Slope is one of those ideas you've probably seen a dozen times in your math class, but if somebody asked you to explain it, could you? You might struggle a little bit. So today, let's go back through what the slope actually is and make sense of it. Simply put, slope is the ratio of change between your y values and your x values across some interval. In math class, it's usually written as m equals delta y over delta x, where delta really just means the change in. That can also be rewritten as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So now that we have the equation for our slope, let's go ahead and graph it to actually see what these values mean. Let's plot it on a graph, and we'll draw a curve here and choose 2 points from it. Let's do 1, 1, and 5, 3. So x1 is equal to 1, y1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to 5, and y2 is equal to 3. It doesn't matter which point you choose to be point 1 or point 2 as long as you keep the pairs together. So I couldn't do x1 and y2 for example. So now let's go ahead and use these values to calculate the slope. We're going to plug them into the equation we saw just a second ago, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So after plugging them in, we get 3 minus 1 divided by 5 minus 1, which is equal to 2 over 4 or 1 half. So what does that tell us? Well, it means on average, for every 2 units we move to the right, we move 1 unit up. Or simply, the rate of change is 1 half over that interval. But 1 half what exactly? Well, it means that our y changes by 1 half unit for every 1 unit that x changes. And that's really the meaning of slope. We're looking at the ratio of changing between the y units and the x units. So let's go ahead and set up a real world example now. Imagine we're hiking on a mountain and we gain 1,000 feet in elevation over 4 hours. Our slope, or average rate of elevation change, is 1,000 divided by 4, or 250 feet of change per hour. That doesn't mean we're always climbing at that exact rate. The trail might dip or have steeper or flatter parts. But what that does tell us is on average, that's the rate of change that we're going at. That's the basic idea of slope. It's not just a formula, it's how we understand change in the real world, and how two values change in relation to each other. Whether it's elevation and time, speed and time, money and people, science, slope is everywhere, and it tells us just how fast something is changing. We'll explore more about change and curves and even calculus in future videos, so if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.